Okay guys, let's take a start with IELTS listening module, and I'm going to explain all the questions and answers, and I'll tell you how to listen to the audio, what to focus to find the answers correctly. I just want you to be with me and to understand the guidelines, the tips, the techniques, whatever I give you, then you'll be able to get the maximum out of this. We will solve this full test together, question by question. If you want me to repeat the audio, I'll repeat the audio as well. But in actual test, they will not repeat the audios. In actual test, they will not play the audios one by one. They will play all the audios. On Saturday, when you have your mock test, right? This Saturday, we have mock test at 5 o'clock. Okay, so you should be here at 5 o'clock and we'll do full mock test. Then you will understand in the real exam conditions how things are. Anyways, we take a start, part 1. Please now follow your handouts. You should have a pen or pencil. As you are coming here, you should have a pencil, sharpener and eraser. So you need to sharpen your pencils, sharpeners, erasers. At least you should have one set of that, and then a ballpoint. In actual IELTS test, nowadays they are only focusing pencil. You can solve full test with pencil, right? So you should have a pencil and make yourselves comfortable. One more thing. When it comes to selecting a pencil, select a pencil that writes dark. Some pencils write very light, don't select that one. So you can just check, it should write dark, because they scan your answer sheet and then they put it on the portal. So if it is writing light, then it will not be readable and examiner will not give you the benefit of that, right? So, employment agency, possible jobs, one word only, question type. Now what you need to do, you just need to switch on your imagination that there is an employment agency. What is employment agency? Agency that gives jobs. For example, if you want to do any part-time job, you go to employment agency and they arrange jobs for you. Possible jobs, one word and or a number. That means answer will consist of one word or number or word plus number. And in IELTS, listening and reading, they count every word. Whether the answer is, for example, table, if you write a table, your answer will be wrong because a is a word. Well, let's see. First job, administrative assistant in a company that produces. So whoever the person is who is seeking job will talk about his first job as administrative assistant in a company that produces dash North London. Produces means makes, manufactures, creates, or any other word, because in IELTS listening and reading you should be familiar with the synonyms. Now I play the audio, listen to it carefully, and then when the audio is finished, then tell me the answer, not before that.
Good morning. Thanks for coming in to see us here at the agency, Joe. I'm one of the agency representatives and my name's Sally Baker.
Hi Sally, I think we spoke on the phone, didn't we?
That's right, we did. So thank you for sending in your CV. We've had quite a careful look at it, and I think we have two jobs that might be suitable for you.
Okay.
The first one is in a company based in North London. They're looking for an administrative assistant.
Okay, what sort of company is it?
They're called Home Solutions, and they design and make furniture.
Oh, I don't know much about that, but it sounds...
They design and make furniture. Now you should write the correct spelling of furniture, otherwise your right answer will be wrong. Okay, F-U-R-N-I-S-H. Alright, hello testing, mic check, huh? Wanted to see. So F-U-R-N-I-T-U-R-E, furniture. After that we have responsibilities, and you can see there are 4 bullet points. They will run through these 4 bullet points one by one. First of all, data entry, and they will explain a little about that. Second, go to dash and take notes. He has to go somewhere and take notes. Right now we see go to where, and for go they might use the word visit or any other word, and take or anything like that. You just need to see take notes. Yeah, so they'll say you have to go to that place, and over there you will take the notes, whatever they say. Let's see.
So on your CV, it appears you've done some data entry?
Yes.
So that's one skill they want. Then they expect the person they appoint to attend meetings and take notes there.
Okay. I've done that before, yes.
So, meetings and take notes, right. Now, if you write meeting singular, that may be considered wrong because in the audio they clearly said meetings, right. So, spelling M-E-A-T, Goshat wala meeting, no? Okay, good. M-E-E-T-I-N-G-S. Now, next is general admin. Audio will go on, and after that we have management of dash. For management, they can use any other word. Management of something. Management of staff, management of employees, or anything like that. Let's see.
And you need to be able to cope with general admin.
Filing and keeping records and so on. But that should be okay. And in my last job, I also had to manage the diary.
Excellent. That's something they want here too. I'd suggest you add it to your CV. I don't think you mentioned that, did you?
No.
Diary. अपना मुंह बंद रखना है. अच्छा, पांचों में से ना एक बोल देता डायरी, सारे लिख लेते हैं. कौन बोला है? ये इन दोनों में से कोई बोला है. ठीक है, अब अपना मुंह बंद रखना है. ठीक हो गया ना? हाँ जी, मैं तेनू सारे आंसर आते ना, मैं पहले भी टेस्ट किया है. ओके, सो बी केयरफुल. अब आंसर बोलना नहीं, आवाज़ ना आए मुझे. ठीक है, बिल्कुल खामोशी से अपना, वो जो बेचारे ढूंढ के लिख रहे होते हैं वो भी फिर कहते हैं लो जी खत्म हो गया मसला. सो द आंसर इज डायरी. सो DAI, diary and dairy. Okay, diary, DIARY, diary. Very good. Okay, next we have requirements. In requirements, 2 bullet points are already there, so audio will go on one by one. Next bullet point is attention to dash. For attention, they may use the word pay attention, focus, or any other word that expresses attention. Let's see.
So, as far as the requirements go, they want good computer skills, of course, and they particularly mention spreadsheets.
That should be fine.
And interpersonal skills, which would be something they'd check with your references.
I think that should be okay, yes.
Then they mention that they want someone who is careful and takes care with details. Just looking at your CV, I'd say you're probably all right there.
I think so, yes.
Careful and takes care of details. So careful and attention of details will be the answer, and plural. Even if you write singular, they will accept it, right? Detail or details. Okay, now we've got experience. Need a minimum of. Now listen, what can be the trap? He says, I have 5 years experience, for example. And there she says, well, they need at least 2 years experience. So the answer is 5 years or 2 years? 2 years, right? So need a minimum of dash of experience of teleconferencing. Now you will focus teleconferencing, number of years of experience, and minimum means the minimum period of experience will be the answer.
Do they want any special experience?
I think they wanted some experience of teleconferencing.
Oh, I've got 3 years experience of that.
Let's see. Yes, good. In fact, they're only asking for at least 1 year, so that's great. So is that something that might interest you?
It is, yes.
They are only asking for at least 1 year. So now you can write 1 year, 1 as a number and year as a word. This is very important because you know they have written one word and or a number. So if you write 1 as a word, still they will accept it. But you should write 1 as a number and year as a word. Okay, second job. Warehouse assistant in South London. Responsibilities. The first responsibility is stock management, and second, managing dash. Now managing something, focus that word, right? Let's see.
So the second position might suit you better as far as the location goes. That's for a warehouse assistant, and that's in South London.
Yes, that would be a lot closer.
And you've worked in a warehouse before, haven't you?
Yes.
So as far as the responsibilities for this position go, They want someone who could manage the stock, obviously, and also deliveries.
That should be okay.
Someone who could manage stock as far as deliveries. Okay, how do you spell? Yeah, R-I-E-S, not R-Y-S. Okay, yeah, that's important. Deliveries. Okay, next they have requirements. 2 requirements are given, so audio will be played, and then third bullet point is very organized and dash. Now whatever they speak before or after organized, that will be your answer. Organized and dash. Let's see.
You've got to keep track of stuff, but I've always been quite good with numbers.
Good. That's their first requirement. And they want someone who's computer literate, which we know you are.
Sure.
Then they mention organizational skills. They want someone who's well organized.
Yes, I think I am.
And tidy?
Yes, they go together really, don't they?
Sure.
Tidy, not taddy. Okay, tidy. So how do you spell tidy? T-I-D-Y. Well done. Very good. Let's go on. Question number 8. Used to working in a. Used to means like adi hona. Used to working in a, and then they will say something. A means the answer is going to be a noun, singular noun, and all that. Let's see.
Then the usual stuff. They want someone who can communicate well, both orally and in writing.
Okay. And for the last warehouse job I had, one of the things I enjoyed most was being part of a team. I found that was really essential for the job.
Excellent. Yes, they do mention that they want someone who's used to that, yes.
They want someone who is used to that. That means team. Now this is what we call referencing. Answer came first and then later on they linked through that with that word. So the answer is team. T-E-E-E-A-M. That's the drink. Yeah, now we don't have that drink anymore. Okay, question number 9. Able to cope with items that are. Now listen, for items, they may use the items. For example, speaker, refrigerators, and whatever items. So able to cope with items that are. For example, items that are expensive, items that are whatever, right? So for items, they can use the items themselves. And then let's see that are. One thing more. Whenever they use the word that are, then usually the answer comes before items. For example, if the answer is to cope up with the items that are, for example, expensive is the answer. In the audio, they will say, in order to cope with expensive items. Expensive items means items that are expensive. Okay, this is very, very common thing. Let's do it.
Now, when you were working in a warehouse last time, what sorts of items were you dealing with?
It was mostly bathroom and kitchen equipment, sinks and stoves and fridges.
So you're okay moving heavy things?
Sure, I'm quite strong and I've had the training.
Good.
You're okay moving heavy things. So items is for things that are heavy. Heavy things, heavy items and all that. Once you understand these things, then you take your listening and you smile. Ah, bonge. Yeah, you just do that. You understand. And otherwise, ooh, like that. Need experience of 3 things. Driving in London, warehouse work. Number 10, dash service. So experience, 3 categories. The last one has a question.
Now, as far as experience goes, they mention they want someone with a license and that you have experience of driving in London, so you can cope with the traffic and so on.
Yes, no problem.
And you've got experience of warehouse work. And the final thing they mention is customer service. I think looking at your CV, you're okay there.
Right. So what about pay? Can you tell me a bit more about?
Pay is the most important thing. So the answer is customer service. This word is very, very common. Customer service. Okay, thank you.